So yeah, O and Garth already know this because I gave him a precursor to Tango. Chill the fuck out. He's going fucking ham wild with that fucking toy, even though the toy's been there as long as you've been here. He's looking at me. Fuck you. Anyways.
Did you know red dragons have stealth?
Yeah, I saw that when I was picking Dystera.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, they keep the same skills when they change forms and stuff, so that's probably why.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
Anyways, back to what I was saying. I was talking to... Well, I didn't come up with this idea talking to them, so never mind, cut that out. Just omit that. I was telling them, that's a better way to put it, telling them that after you guys finish this arc, I do plan on trying to get new people in. I don't know any of these people. I'm saying I'm going to same process as you all went through. Applications. We gotta find the red flags and omit those people.
Yes.
Nice.
Yo, we should have a party and do that.
Just like it's a watch party, but it's us all just criticizing.
Yeah. Just all reading through their stuff.
I mean, me and Garth.
Oh my gosh.
It was very fun.
Yeah, me and Garth did that. For you, Kirsty. Yeah, we did that for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I mean, congratulations, you made it through.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I suppose.
Yeah,
It worked out.
All good things, I hope that worked out.
yeah. I mean, there's some people that are really obvious to cut out. It's like, don't post a character idea. Hey, here are 3 character ideas. First off, why are you posting 3?
And then he said, like,
Secondly,
DM me for more information. It's like, I'm not gonna DM you shit, dog.
No, yeah, again, after having gone through that little kick of going through our looking for a group, LFG, I realized it's like realizing how valuable you are in your industry. I'm like, holy shit, I could potentially have thousands of different players. Thousands, because there's just so many fucking people looking to play. So I'm just like, hey, I'm realizing my value here. Also, what is it? That's a really good roll. That's a really good roll.
So me and my big brain, I'm like, what if the dragon just had elemental attunement and rerolled once?
Oh.
Ah! Funny thing, I almost put that for your guys' boss.
Huh?
That makes sense.
I didn't.
Horrifying, lethal
I don't
kind of
need
way.
to.
I like it.
You don't.
I don't need to put it for. I don't need to.
Oh boy.
Anyways, yeah, that's some good damage. That's a lot of damage. Anyways, back to this. Yeah. So after this arc, I'm gonna try to get in new people as per usual. If you guys have anyone to recommend, feel free to recommend them. Worked out pretty well last time.
I don't know anyone I would recommend. They're all Spurgs.
So like Jacob and Goth and stuff.
I mean, besides them.
Okay.
I have ideas, but I don't think they would mesh with this group, unfortunately.
So yeah, if not, then yeah, I'm gonna grab new people. 3 new people.
Okay.
Not necessarily new as in new to the game, although I'm okay with that. I'm pretty sure I'm more accustomed to GMing for freshly new people than wizened veterans, which is honestly for the better. A wizened veteran is probably more stuck up in their ways and they can fuck right off. Anyway. So yeah, if anything, I prefer new people because they're fresh molds. You can tinker with them. And a lot, I think all of you guys are like pretty fresh too, so turned out pretty well. Look at he's running games for me now, huh? That's pretty good. Good shit. Yeah. If you want to bring up that duo combination with Jacob, you can, but it's honestly up to you.
Well, let's see how today goes first.
Good boy.
I won't lie. A TPK is one of the cards in the deck, and now it's a question of how many cards are in my hand. Is it only 2 cards and then one of them's a TPK, or are there 50 cards like a really bad game of Uno? Or
that Yu-Gi-Oh game where they just keep getting pot of greed.
Nah. No, I like you play anime Uno, dude, where you start reversing plus
Reversal
16s against each other or cancel that shit. That's awesome. Anyways, yeah. To go along with that, to go along with the plus 3s, I don't want to just instantly bring them in on the campaign. Although this is a bit of a juggle, but I'll get to that in a moment. I don't want to instantly bring them in on the campaign. Another factor to consider is we're gonna have to find people that are okay with coming in on a campaign that is mid. I say okay with that. You guys might just die today, and thusly it's a new campaign anyways. The end. But
In theory, we survive.
In theory, you survive. The thing is, Cork is being retired after this arc, so that's one quote-unquote character out, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my point still stands. The thing is, if I bring in 3 people, it definitely isn't a situation I feel like I'm the odd one out in a group that knows each other, because now there's like half of the group doesn't know each other, doesn't know the rest of the half, so it's like that. Which is fine. Even scenes out. So in technicality, by the end of any given session, on average, we would have 6.66666 players, because O is only here for 2/3 of the session, which is accidentally.
You're gonna make that joke every time, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I will.
Then
It's like when people brought up lies for the longest time, and I would just say no.
Anyways, I'll just make that joke, that comment then. But yeah, nonetheless, at the end of session, we'll have 6 people on average. And also, if we get 3 new people, if one of them doesn't pan out, we still 2. Easy. C parenthesis E.G Bradley end parenthesis. So it's like that, you know. It helps keep it going, assuming one thing doesn't turn out. If two people don't turn out, then we just open the board back up or something. But as I suppose you might call it trial run, test run, something run, I'll do like a mini, not a mini campaign. That implies there's like a significant length to it. No, more like a 2 to 3 shot sort of thing. I have ideas in mind already. But yeah, the purpose of that will be to simply see how they measure the group. And of course, if they're new, might be nervous, might not have any fucking clue what they're doing, which is fine. We just sort of help them along. And if one of them turns out to be a massive douchebag, then I kick him out. Tell him to fuck off. The end. Yeah. So that'll be that once you guys finish the arc either today, next week, week after, I don't know. Stuff like that. That being said, we'll talk about the siege stratagem in a moment once we start that. But yeah, any questions?
No, sounds good.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. But yeah, if you have a backup character in mind, you guys will be able to test run the mechanics of it in the mini. I shouldn't say mini campaign. That's not even what it is. The 3-shotter, we'll call it.
There was a
or
point.
What's up?
Sorry, the point you brought up the other day of Abigail and Varric, because at that point it would be 7 plus 2, so we'd be like 9 people out on a mission, and then all the enemies.
Well, yeah, as I brought up to you, depending on how this final thing goes, Varric and Abigail. Well, Varric might be tapping out because he's sort of missing a chunk of his chest and stuff like that. Abigail might tap out to go be more religiously inclined, and Varric might follow her because they're together. Fucking nerds. But yeah, that is something in consideration. It also depends on how the new people play, like what they play. Because like if they don't want to play healers, like I know if it's my first game, I don't want to be trusted in the healing role and keeping people alive. And I'm like, that's understandable. Maybe Varric might stick around, maybe Abigail, maybe both, or maybe I give you a different NPC who is utterly different. I don't know. I'll burn that bridge when I cross it. Whatever. But yeah, that is a potentiality. Another potentiality, I was talking with O and Garth-Mod, well, mostly O, about, because GMing stuff. You guys might get a double level up. That being said, it's not a guarantee. I think there are 2 facets of this level up. One of which is dealing with big bad evil guy, BBEG. It's not a guy, more of it. Big bad evil thing, BBET. The other is the I suppose you'd call it the defense and continuement of Athel Torreans. Those are probably the two biggest factors. Well, those probably they are the two biggest factors. So, your guys' hand in the continuation of an entire civilization, pretty big. Dealing with the ancient evil that they face, that they've been charged to face against for all of their livelihood. Two pretty big things. I think in different circumstances, one is easier than the other. But the thing is, I can think of two separate circumstances in which I can say that for both of them. So thusly, neither of them are harder nor easier. This sort of Schrodinger's level up predicament. I will say, before we get started, yeah, you guys are in dire straits with some of the stuff on you. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Well, if it makes y'all feel better, I lost 15% of my AC.
This is true.
I don't know why that would make you feel better, but if it does.
It makes you feel much worse.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if you take damage, the damage you take is like 3 points. So I guess it doesn't make a huge difference.
True. And that's something that's not physical. But anyways. Yeah. There is that. I would say think about that before we get started. Just think about how that is character-wise. Like, you guys are free to tap out. Like, that is a thing. You're free to tap out. You're free to leave. Yes, it's mission failed, and we won't get him next time. But your character will be alive. Or, the flip side of that, your character might think there's a 50% chance I'm not coming back. And a 20% of that 50% is none of us are coming back. You know, that's our deal. Something to consider. Like, this is as heroic as it is to be coming back with a dragon and everything. You're not that dragon. You're monumental and instrumental in her return. But that dragon is not your shield, necessarily. Especially if you want to do what I think I was going to pitch, which is to say, gun rush their boss. Because their boss is not a place that just Stira can get to. Like, quite literal physically. Unless she goes humanoid form, in which case that's its own different conundrum. But anyways, don't think about that. Also, it might be better to have the dragon on the outside doing a bunch of other shit, which we'll get to in a moment as well once we start. But the way I put it to O and to Garth, the enemy force is after one thing. That thing is in the palace. They take it. It's game over. Controversially. This is a hive mind enemy. You kill the brain. The rest either die, scatter, or are tactically immensely inefficient. Whoever takes the other side's king piece first, if it's a checkmate, wins. It's just a matter of how good of a strategy you can in your defense, or you muster for your defense, and how effective an offense you get. Big game of chess. Except, you know, instead of pawns, we have crabs and royal guardsmen and stuff like that, but you get what I mean. I guess that would mean Justira is the queen piece. You take your guys' pick, and you guys, I imagine you guys are the knights, from not the joke, but like quite literally, because knights move in very different movements than the rest of the game.
Abigail's a bishop because she's religious. That's how that works, right?
No, I said you guys a group as are the knights.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might interpret the Venkoshi as rooks. Maybe the golem, actually. The golems
Rooks
are
or bishops.
Yeah, rooks or bishops. Stuff like that. So yeah, amazing how every
Actually, yeah, definitely the golem would be the bishop, because the bishop is typically used as a way in combination with the queen in order to both back her up and secure.
Yeah. I just remember that bit. There's a streamer. He's an asshole. His name's XQC. He's an asshole, and he literally got 4-turn checkmated in a chess tournament.
Get fucked.
And then he got beaten by a guy named Moist Critical, and Moist Critical.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Moist Critical. They cut to his audio to hear what he said.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Throbbing! I'm absolutely throbbing right now. I'm like, yep. Sounds like Critical, right?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Because XQC was being coached by a GM, and he's like, "Well, it looks like we're beginning to go into the long game. I mean, unless he makes the foolish move ever, and then the game's just over, and then you just see all the life drain out of his face as he proceeds to make the only move that ensures he loses."
I mean, to be fair, Critical knew what XQC's beginning play was, so he specifically drilled to counter it, and that's exactly what he says. He did it. He fucking did it. We've been practicing for this, and then he fucking 4-turn checkmate him. And I'm like, good job, XQC. You think you're smart, but you're actually a dumb bitch. Get out of here.
And
I mean, anyone who streams is basically dumb, and also they're all a-holes. So
he's a special kind. He's not even an entertaining asshole. He's just an asshole.
Are you sure he's not entertaining? Because 70,000 people watch him.
70,000 people that are 11-year-olds.
Yeah, they're assholes. Listen, there can be more than one asshole, but he could be like in the throne of assholes. Anyways, though, going back to this,
the king piece of douchebaggery.
Yeah. Speaking of king pieces, yeah. So that's how this is going to work. No, I don't have a map, because I suppose I told you how bad the situation is. Isn't that a really disturbing thing where you don't know where your front lines are? I'm sure everyone in World War I would agree with that. Actually, no, I should take that back. Everyone in World War II. The second part of World War II. World War I, I guess the sequel. Front lines are pretty damn clear.
I mean, everyone in World War I was completely
like a chicken with their head.
Because the French were still charging in with breastplates on horses.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man,
until the horses were obliterated.
They gotta learn some way, and they just chose to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Tanks came out in World War II, not one, right?
Ah, hello there. Let me introduce you to my artillery.
Meanwhile, fucking toxic gas, flamethrowers, and then the Americans coming with a trench gun. The Germans are like, "That's unfair. What is this shit? That's so unfair."
You were gassing people.
Yeah, that's the biggest fucking joke. They lodged that complaint, then I think it's a week later they surrendered. I'm like, that's what fucking right, dude. We got fucking trench guns. Fuck off.
Hell yeah.
But anyways, yeah, we're gonna get started in a little bit. You go make your tea, use the restroom again. I don't know, for some of you. But yeah, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna change this right now. Right now.
Yeah, it's been a bit of an error. I'm gonna go chance it.
That's the spirit. Alright, I'm gonna start moving my stuff to get set up.
Yeah.
You're back.
Hello.
Hi.
I have my tea.
Lovely.
I'm back.
Hello.
Let's give this a shot on the road, huh?
Excellent. My tea doesn't taste like shit.